Hello again, and welcome back to the continuation of our webinar related to Grundfos E-Solutions. This part will try to focus on some frequently asked questions which I could think of could be of interest for some of you. The first question I would like to kind of focus on is why at all should we choose to use speed control pumps from Grundfos? And actually there are three reasons for doing so. The first one is, and maybe that's clear to everyone, but still I think it's valid to put emphasize that what we are aiming for is 50% energy savings when we use speed controlled pumps. So saving electricity, saving energy is vital in these years. And on top of this, if you have customers which also pays interest into reducing CO2 emissions, what we can say is that for each 3 kilowatt of installed capacity, pump capacity, in terms of an E-solution, you save approximately 1 ton of CO2. So if you have like a 10 kilowatt installed E-product, you save some 3 tons of CO2 approximately. So that's one easy way of calculating it. But as some of you might know, this is also something you can have stated when you're making a sizing calculation in webcaps, for instance. Another thing is that when we use speed control pumps, we have pumps which is much more adapted to the whole HVAC system. Maybe you can remember that last time I made this pump curve where I kind of stated that when we have dynamic valves which might be operating within a certain range, actually these valves are the ones determining where the duty point will be on the pump curve. So in relation to a normal or standard fixed speed pump, we have a problem as the pump will continuously or increase the pressure when the flow is going downwards. And that's of no use in a modern HVAC system. So what we do when we have the E-Solutions is that we choose the optimum control strategy, either constant, proportional pressure or proportional pressure measured out in the system, as we have already discussed. So having pumps which is perfectly matching the overall HVAC system is another huge benefit when we're talking about E-Solution from Grundfos. The third and last thing to mention why you should choose E-pumps from Grundfos is that we have our own development of both pumps and electronic component, meaning that we develop everything from the smallest part in the pump and also to the final parts within the electronic devices which is controlling the pump. Everything is fit together so it matches each other. So that's a third and very important element when it comes to why you should choose a speed control pump from Grundfos. The last reason I would like to mention why it can be optimum to choose E-pumps is that when we have to size pumps for an HVAC system, it can be quite difficult to determine exactly how many gallons per minute or how many cubic meters per hour does this or that building actually require as a maximum. But here speed control comes in a little bit handy, so to speak, because we have a certain flexibility on the QNH range because we have this ability to adjust the actual duty point or the performance of the pump to what is exactly needed. So if we just know that we are within a certain area here, for instance on a curve like this, that maybe the maximum needed performance is something we don't really know if it's here or it's here, but actually it does not mean that much of importance as long as we are within the range where the pump is capable of delivering what is our best guess of what the system is needing. Then we have a huge benefit of choosing an e-pump for a solution like this. And I think this reason is sometimes, to a certain extent, a little bit overlooked, but it's actually a very important part of the reasons why to choose e-pumps from Grundfos. This part I would like to show you how we can utilize the Grundfos Go in getting more knowledge about the actual HVAC application we are standing in front of. And also to kind of try to search for what I would mention to be the true system characteristic in a system. When we have the start screen here on our Grundfos Go, you can see in this case I have chosen proportional pressure, which we have here, and you can see that the set point is set to be 9 cubic meter. What we then can get is if we press on this status bar here, is that we can get some information about what is the actual flow. And in this case it's 8.9 cubic meter per hour. And we will state, you can see the gallons per minute in the bottom of the screen as this is running. But I just to let you know what it actually is I'm trying to kind of show you here. So in this case, the pump is telling us that we are circulating these 8.6 cubic meter per hour. And what I would like to know is that, okay, right now we have proportional pressure set at 9 meters. So what I would like to do then is to lower my set point, which I can do quite easily just by my thumb here, reducing the set point, for instance, to become 6 meters water column. What would then happen with the flow? So I said okay, and I go back, and again I check the status. And in this case it seems to still be maintaining the 8.6 cubic meter per hour. And what that tells us is that the steepness of our system characteristic is not like this, but it's more like this maybe, because even though that we have now chosen a lower control curve going from this one to this one, the pump is still capable of circulating the same amount of water in the system. And after all, the circulating volume is what we're looking for. So I would say that trying to play a little bit with your Grundfos Go, pushing the set point downwards until you see that the flow is now dropping, then you would know that you have reached maybe the lowest possible set point for your pump. But it requires a little bit of patience, and you need to play maybe half an hour or so. But then once the set point is set, then you will know that you have reached the the lowest possible energy consumption for your pump. So that was a short introduction into what you can do with your Grundfos Go and how you can utilize just some of the features which is in this beautiful piece of equipment. And I think that you will find it handy also that you can read the actual power consumption as it is right now, and you can change control modes and whatever. But that we can come back to in a later video. This was all for now. Thank you for watching. I hope that you gained something out of it. Thank you very much.